E-Cig.
It's still playing. His audio's still playing. What's going on?
No, it's not me.
It's definitely coming from the Twitch stream.
Yeah, it's
but
not. It was coming from the YouTube stream. It was me. Good evening. Welcome to Vape UK. It's Tuesday night. Have you missed us? You must have missed us.
No.
Yeah.
We've been off the game for 2 weeks.
We have.
That's
Our hair's all getting longer, apart from Martin's.
Hang on. What?
Shut up. My hair has grown back in 1990s curtains, and there's nothing I can do about it.
I haven't shaved my head in about 4 days, and now I feel fuzzy. But this is
Is this
getting
why you've got a hat
unruly.
on?
My balls are the same, Cass.
Yeah.
Just take the hat off.
No, it's
the hat
comfortable.
off. Take the hat off.
Oh.
You're indoors.
Yeah.
What do you need a hat on for?
Right. Did the teacher and you just come out there?
Me?
Pardon?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry.
What did you say? I missed that. I had the headphones off. Okay, then fine.
Teacher in me kicked in. It was like
There we go. How's that, Chandler?
having
Much better,
homeschooled our kids for the past 4 weeks. I'm suddenly becoming right. Simultaneous equations. Anybody? Surds.
I'm struggling to even get mine to read. Anyway, it's going to wind me up if I start talking about how you all been. We all had fun in our what happened to Lloyd?
Gave up. He just gave up.
Oh no, it's a different angle. I don't like it.
Oh my god.
It's better because the
What?
light's on
What?
his face.
Yeah.
There you go.
There we
It's
go.
just
Doesn't
all
look red
shiny.
anymore.
We've got the first spot of a full Monty shirt there.
Yep.
I'm surprised that the admin and the owner aren't repping.
Well, I wore it on Friday, so
It's in wash.
It's in wash.
Everyone put
Brilliant.
bins in chat if you've bought a t-shirt.
Yeah, honestly,
Everyone put a bin in chat if you bought
Yeah.
it.
put a bin. Don't put a bin.
And then put the t-shirt in the bin.
jealousy,
Ooh.
jealousy.
Yeah, I can
I'm
see
just
someone
kidding.
who's. Yeah, I
Ban
can
him.
see someone who's thinking, why haven't I got a shirt? You know, it's
Ban
just
Martin,
I know why I haven't got a shirt because I didn't order one.
exactly.
Oh,
I don't know.
we've got someone wanting to come in. Do we let them in?
Oh,
So
He's
Alex
only going to
come
count
in.
down
Alex.
every 30 seconds and
it's Alex,
disappear.
no.
Is it Alex?
Huh?
Shall we let him?
Oh, I see what he's doing. He's doing
Lloyd.
some dirty promo camera bullshit.
Hey.
For Dotmod.
Alex.
That's how I roll.
We got a full house tonight. What's going on?
I know, it's mad.
What's going on?
That's not
Anyway,
a shirt because he's...
without further ado, we'd like to introduce our new permanent member of the team. He's not necessarily. he's not necessarily from the UK, but Martin, you will know him as Dinky in chat. Has given us a lot of support over the past few weeks.
Months.
It's
It's actually my 2-month anniversary today.
Thank you for the resub, Oggy.
Thanks for the resub.
Did you just sniff your finger?
So yeah, he's obviously joined us on Friday evening. Those of you that don't just join us on a Friday evening, where have you been?
Yeah.
But good evening, one more beer. I'll have one with you. But no, we asked if
did you just sniff your fingers?
Martin would like to join us on a more permanent basis, and he was happy to join us. So we've lost an admin in chat. So so behave yourselves.
Have we?
Kaz, did you
Well,
just sniff your
He's there.
fingers?
He's here. He's
Yeah,
got
but you can still.
to pay attention to us, hasn't he? He's got to look at our beautiful faces.
I didn't
tell
get
the
that memo.
truth. I was actually reluctant, but then you twisted my arm.
Kaz, did you just sniff your fingers?
It's an honor to be on here, and I hope I can contribute.
We know you will. We know you will.
Well, you're on here, so you've already done 80% more than everyone else does.
Although you still haven't seen Gavin and Stacey, but you know, hey ho.
But apparently I can mimic them, so...
Honestly.
Yeah.
It was
so good.
So
Welsh
before the show, we were having a conversation in Zoom, and what word did he use?
Chandler was putting up his beer,
Right, and you said,
and I was like, oh.
and all
know
it
what
was
that
missing, on the end was what's occurring. just the way he went. Oh, what's occurring? He's never seen Gavin and Stacey.
No.
You're right, Raj. How we
You
doing?
have to. Evening, Raj. Good to see you, mate.
Evening, Raj. Evening, David.
So, yeah.
Lloyd, that red mod you've got there, you just spin it around a second for me. The red mod that you just had in the middle there.
He's not even listening.
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Yeah. I think you put the button in the wrong place, mate.
Nah. It's a cast-proof button,
I can
so
find
we know
the
you
wrong
can
place.
use it.
It's all right. Today I've managed to turn the entire side of my .io into a button. So
You just squeeze it and it fires.
Excellent.
basically a smog mod now.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Did you
it's
manage
not-
to get that button in, Kaz? Or
No, at the moment I've messaged the creator, but I do have a very fancy drip tip and power select button. But yeah, the rest of it is at the moment stock.
It's just not quite matchy.
Not quite. But it is a very good drip tip.
Does it,
It's
does
very
it feel nice in your lips?
It's got a good mouthfeel.
Who misses?
That's what she said.
Those of you that don't know, Chandler is our drip tip expert.
Yeah.
yep.
Who are you going to say resident pervert there?
A resident pervert, yeah. It's...
Several titles. You can have more than one.
I mean, you know, obviously, I know what goes together, so that sort of thing.
That's on the shorter end, right? You know, that's a short drip tip.
This is one of my shorter ones. Yes, to be fair.
It's nice Sati you got there.
It's very nice, Atty. I'm not sure where I got it from. It's
Not a clone, is it, Chandler?
Riviora from Fast Tech or something?
it's amazing. Yeah, come on, I can't leave that sitting on top of there. It's just not doing it justice. To be fair, that one doesn't really sit on it properly either. It's a bit too wide.
You having fun there, Lloyd?
Well,
But
it's
there we
really
go.
aggravating me. Well, my camera. Don't worry. Carry
Like
on.
you're
What is he
playing
doing?
tic-tac-toe with the mods or something.
It's like, yeah, checkmate.
Do you want to put the website on there as well, Lord?
It is there. It's on the sleeve.
Oh yeah, and use the dot there.
Needs a dot.
Cool, right, let's make a start then. So, what you're vaping on? Let's start with Cass.
Today I have got my. This is the first official show I can show it on. Actually, I have got my Ryan Dawes Stabwood mod, which was a very, very kind gift from a member of the viewing audience. And
It's a bit
on
high end for you, Kaz.
I know. Well, this is the secret high end. Bit by bit, I'm going to introduce it to you, bit by bit. So yeah,
Very nice.
beautiful DNA 60, and it's got the Berserker on top. Inside that, I have got Mad Blends the Grapefather, courtesy of our very own Alex McKenzie, which is very nice. I know you didn't like it,
And
but
it's Danish, so
is it really?
yes.
It's a bloody lovely grape, and it hasn't killed my coils yet, and I've been going 3-4 days.
Because it doesn't have sweetener in it.
Didn't think
If you want
did.
more, hit Martin up.
All right. I haven't tried the other two yet, but they're next on the list. I've also got the .io, which is now not Sidefire, and inside that I've got Wicklicker's Kuramu, the forest fruits one, which is bloody lovely. Yeah, man, absolutely. I haven't stopped using it.
If you want some more of that juice, hit Alex up.
Yeah, Alex up. What's he going to do?
Ironically, right?
Send the invoice.
Yeah. Ironically, I was talking to a potential. Basically, I was looking for a graphic designer, and I put my feelers out for a graphic designer, and this guy got in touch with me after the tender had closed for this particular job. Looked at him, and I've got a load of mutual friends with him from the industry. I was like, weird. So I messaged him saying, you know what, the doors are closed on tender, but drop me a message. We'll have a chat. We've got a few friends in common, so let's have a chat. Turns out he used to be sales for I Fancy One, which is the distributor for
Wicklicker.
So by obviously you look after your own, don't you? So potentially he's going to get a lot of work from me just from. So any other graphic designers? Diddy, good evening. Any other graphic designers? Feel free to HMU.
It depends. What do you need done?
It's all vector work.
I might
Yeah,
know a
fuck
guy.
that then.
Martin, what are you vaping on?
Should I just mention some of it or all of it? No.
Some.
How much have you got?
You
Like
can't have more than Lloyd.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm making on my Voyeur Winter Dragon with the Naka on top and Wicklicker Apricot in there. My Datu with my Nautilus GT with some horny flavor grape.
Is Horny still going?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's perfect for the tank for me at least. Yeah.
No, I was going to say, do you know where the bottle style came from? From Horny e-liquid.
I don't know if I can say that on like a live Twitch.
Chris's
you
drawer.
like.
So it like. It was a rip-off from an American vodka.
Ah.
And I'll send you photos later. Anyway, sorry.
My zombie killer with Vena on top.
You've got to share that. You've got to show a close-up on that.
And I can't see it from the light. It's a very special and rare, never normal cat that Mr. David Payne was so nice to let me have. So that's perfect.
Was his shipping to you quicker than your shipping to us?
Yes and no. He sent it to another guy in the UK who was sending me stuff. So
Right, okay. Fair enough.
in there also Wicklicker Apricot. I just love it. Can't get enough. And last but not least, a Caliburn with some 20 milligram mixed sauce from Nasty Juice.
Their nasty stuff's all right. Some of their flavors got terrible after they went salts.
I've never liked their like 60 milliliter bottles. It was just lacking flavor. But their Nick sauce, I think they're very decent in flavor.
Yeah, because everyone knows salts increase the flavour.
I mean,
Are we going to start picking on Lloyd now?
it was specifically their tobacco range. Like in Shortfield, their tobacco range was great, and the very first batch they did of the tobacco salts were great. And now they just taste a bit like ropey old soil.
Well, actually, a good example. I've been vaping this for years now, and their salt version, it just tastes like soap. I
Yeah.
literally can't vape it.
The extra flavour, that is.
Element salts have the same issue. They taste a bit like soap.
Yeah, I think that's it for this week. You'll get some other next week, maybe.
Pass it on.
Shadro, the Caliburn, I'm securing my manhood special edition.
I can pull it off.
Good evening, Tim. Just saying hi to those of you on YouTube. If you want to join
Evening,
us,
Tim.
if you want to join us over on Twitch,
Terrible.
There's the link. Yes.
What's YouTube?
I don't know. We've not been on YouTube for a long time, but we still stream to YouTube because we still have a few followers on there. But ATC Vape Reviews, good evening. Welcome to Vape Talk UK.
Alex, what are you
yes.
vaping on?
What y'all vaping on?
Terrible.
Hang on. King Penguin 1.5 with Blingy Dwarf on it.
What?
How did the
That's very.
how did it go? How did the plating go on the dwarf?
Yeah, awesome. Hang on, I've just gone to the other one.
It's very gold looking.
Oh, nice.
Which obviously matches
Did you have
the-
something fancy done to it?
Yeah, it's gold.
Okay. Was it not gold to start with?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, it matches the tube.
It's very nice.
Wicket with Skydrop that I won on Mad Hatters, which is possibly the best tank in the world. Riviera on the Cobra, the ZKM cap.
Riviera is just bonkers.
Where'd you get a cap from, Alex?
Oh, I bought it off Lloyd.
Oh, did you? Oh, he's a nice man, isn't he?
I don't know. I paid flipper prices for it.
I never knit nothing.
And finally, I can't remember what this is called now. What's it called, man?
Lignum S.
Lignum.
Lignum S.
With the Cloud One V4 in it. This is really cool. Really, really cool. It's just a touch sensor.
What?
If I've got a battery in there. Oh, there's a battery in there.
A temperamental touch sensor.
It is firing.
Oh, yeah.
It's just because I've got something in my ear, I can't hear it. So, yeah. Oh, juice. Don Vito by Murta, which is the weirdest flavour that I've ever loved. Berries, cigar, and rum.
What?
And then, yeah.
Okay.
And then vanilla bourbon eggnog, lagoons, mixed to mouth to lung. And then the other one, I haven't got the bottle here, but it's by Jedi's Punk, and I can't remember the name of it. It's good.
Who's next?
Oh, yeah. Who is next? Who's
Lloyd.
Oh, you're right, Lloyd. What are you vaping on?
Oh, me? Okay.
Right, let me guess.
To finish up the show, what's Lloyd vaping on?
Borrow device.
I'm changing cameras because I'm going to try and be fancy. Right.
All right, smart ass.
Well, it's not going to really... There you go. Vapor Bay Edition. Billet box.
Saw your button out.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Vapor Bay Edition. Billet box. Oh, still not right.
Still not sorted.
Shut up! With Mr. Born in a Man Cave, he's in the building with his drip tip, which is absolutely amazing. I love it. I'll be coming back for more of them. Another billet box with Steve Cuz Davidson Heart Leather Craft Tweedle Dum and Tweedle D case. This is coming up, people, on Mad Hatters. All right. Own little device, the high top with the bridged inside. Coming next week, hopefully.
Is that a Klein billet, Lloyd?
We're moving on. Another billet, a white one, milk one, with the Hakuzita black in there. You can't see it. I think I'll finish there. Oh, I'm using Cloud9.
Where might that be available? I'm curious.
Available here, Vapor Bay UK.
Oh, okay, thanks.
There you
I'll
go.
get some.
There you go.
Who?
That's it for tonight. Juices. Do you want me to tell the truth? Or all right, what I'm vaping on all that we sell at vaporbay.uk.
You might want to get.
Into one
that's
mix.
You might want to get the URL right.
www.vaporbay.uk.
CO UK.
Nope. No, see, you're wrong. Alex.
Oh.
Yeah, vaporbay.uk.
Everyone apologise, please. Thank you.
I apologise. I apologise.
No, it does work. Yeah. .uk works.
I
That's
like.
it. I want to pass over to Mark.
I am vaping on. I really, very rarely do I have more than one mod that I'm sort of using, and I'm flipping. I'm loving the Dwarf 16 at the moment. Now I've got that 0.8 AFC in there.
That's the one you stole from Chandler, right?
Yeah. Shh.
Okay.
Shh. Honestly, love it, and I hated the 22. Just to add, hated the 22.
You still got the 18350 thing going?
Yeah.
Wow. Impressive.
Get through about 14 batteries a day. Also on the Danny box, and on that I am using the roulette, but I'm going to talk to you about the roulette. I've had it probably a couple of weeks now, but I wanted to give it a fair and honest review. Is that the right word?
Yeah, bollocks.
Yeah.
We just haven't had a show for a fortnight. What are you talking about?
No. In all seriousness, I wanted to. I'll explain why later. Also, the Reaper on the. I can't even remember what the box is. Anyone?
Juma box.
Yeah, crazy Russian mod.
A bit fancy.
Getting through the Fred Astaire. And I've also had a gift from our friends over at Vaporesso this week. You'll remember, my thoughts are coming on this probably next week. You'll remember the PM8T that they sent us a while ago. I don't have it to hand. Pretty much look the same as that, just a little bit shorter. They've released an 18650 version. And when did I receive this? Yesterday, I think.
Oh, sounds a bit.
Whoa.
Sounds a bit fiery.
Feisty.
Honestly, that's the word.
To
There
be
you go.
fair, it's got a 0.2 coil in it.
0.2?
0.2, and I'm not into Lloyd's bell end area of 80 watts quite yet, but I'm also there. Dennis, it comes with a 10k pod, whatever you want. Now the review one they've sent me is 4mm, so I'm guessing they'll stuff it full of sawdust or something ready for the UK market. And the coils are removable and changeable.
RBA section.
Huh?
Has it got an RBA section?
Not yet, but I'm anticipating one.
Yeah.
But the flavour is banging. And you know me, I always test anything new with the green stuff just to give it a fair.
We found a stash of that the other day.
He found nothing.
Craig Nichols found it in the back of a cupboard.
But yeah, no, I'm happy with it. And one thing I really like about it, do you remember back in the 80s and 90s when you used to buy stickers? You used to fill an album full of stickers.
Yeah.
And when you peeled the sticker back, the smell that the sticker gave off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got a smell fetish. I like to sniff things. It smells like a Panini sticker album.
Panini.
Smells like a Panini sticker album. What?
Yeah.
You're nuts.
But yeah, no, I'm happy. I'm happy with it. I'm going to give it a full week's test before I pass comment, just to be fair and honest and straight. But so far, it's got me direct to lunging again.
Nice.
Oh.
Nice.
But I'm also sat waiting for a parcel to be delivered. I was hoping it was going to be here tonight, but unfortunately it's in a
Parcel Force.
Parcel Force's sweaty mitts.
Yeah. I too am waiting, and I'm excited for packages turning up. So
Ooh.
Alex, I'll just do this the whole show.
Yeah.
We've got 5 hosts and an advertising section.
Can I just say it's really triggering me that dot mod mouse mat is upside down.
I know.
Yeah.
Onto a camera.
It's the
I'm
PAL
on board
top.
with you,
I
Chandler.
know straight away. I've done something. Can I?
It's PAL top.
I've got the same mat. I've actually got the same mat.
Oh, impressive.
There we go. Chandler,
Banana.
Hello.
what are you vaping on?
Right, this will take us right to the end. I've got loads. It's disgraceful.
You got new shit last week, didn't you? That you didn't get to show off.
I know.
Look.
Don't look real to me, Chandler.
No, don't
Smuggler.
start.
That's smuggler.
Don't start. I've got a
Yeah.
smuggler
A smuggler and a clone RTA on top.
and apparently it's a clone.
that was fun.
My savior. Do you know because I dropped my saver and chipped some of the black off.
You don't need to justify it, Chandler.
I spent ages sanding that down and making it look all silver and shiny. It's
Nice
unique.
mod, that.
No one else has got one of them. And a genuine Tayfun GTR drip tip.
GTR, yeah.
Yeah.
That looks quite.
Because it's my favorite drip tip. That is my favorite drip tip of all time. And it looked. Look at me. Look at what's going on. I'd got it on here, and it was looking a little bit Empire State Building.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah.
So I saw that they'd got one that's a bit shortened down. It looks a bit better, doesn't it? So, yeah, 18350 batteries. Yeah, you're right, Mark. You change them every half an hour, don't you?
Smuggler's got to be one of my favourite tube mods. Definitely. I love. Oh, it's so sexy.
It's great, but do you know what I've done?
You dropped it.
No. I've gone from a 1. I usually go for a 1 ohm build. 1 ohm build.
On the beers.
And it just wasn't. The battery was running out in 2 seconds flat. So I found some 29 gauge
Wait a
wire.
minute. Your 1 ohm build is running out in 20 minutes.
You must
On
change.
the
What batteries are you using?
18350s.
Yeah, but what ones?
Key power.
They are. I'm not undoing it because they're those ones.
Yeah. What's
Oh.
in the bin?
I find the vape cell ones.
Key power.
Depends which vape cell you've got. If you've got the original or the second batch,
I don't fucking know.
you can tell by the size of the dimple on the bottom.
Yeah.
I got decent ones. I now can't remember which ones I got, but they're decent ones.
Chat are saying that you just got trust fire inside that wrap, Chandler.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got the. Is it
Show it.
one's from Fogstar?
But yeah,
No, these
Eco,
ones.
I've got some
think so.
black ones that are pretty good.
yeah, from Fogstar.
What's that grey? Well, the grey one, Molicel. Molicel batteries have
Molicel.
been great.
We
That's
don't
it.
do 18.
These are the best ones. Key power.
I got the
They're
ones
good
off.
to keep
I got them
ones.
off.
Key power.
I got them off Torchy.
To be fair, I got some Vapcell 21700s off Torchy, and 3 months later they were knackered. It's not because it's Torchy's fault; it's Vapcell's 21700s.
Key power are the ones I'm using.
Yeah, they're the ones. They're the boys.
They're the boys that
It's
do.
not
I need to
bad
get some
either.
of those.
Key
Yeah.
power.
It's one of those. I
Excuse
can't
my
remember which
hands.
ones I've bloody got now because I've rewrapped them.
Just gonna
They
hold my
were
batteries
purple.
up to the camera. And just
Does purple count?
As you just put random things to the camera.
random batteries. Everyone's holding up their batteries. Like I'm feeling left out.
I've got one of those as well.
I definitely recommend the key power though.
So yeah. So
1 ohm
basically,
should last
I've
you
got
well.
I've got a 1.7 ohm coil in there. I'm
I'm gonna start as Chandler.
I'm vaping at like about 8 watts or something stupid.
Chandler, I'm gonna send you some key powers up. I'll send you some,
So-
mate, free of charge.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Chuck him here. I'll catch him. No? Okay.
Definitely, mate. I'll send you some up tomorrow.
Oh, awesome! Thank you very much.
No problem, mate.
I'll see if they're any different. Because
Yeah, exactly. See what you think.
yeah, because these are not exactly kicking the power out, shall we say?
Who's got
So-
a 1980s telephone?
That'll be me.
Oh, right.
Of course. Did you need to
How
ask?
could you ask?
Dennis
yeah.
said, "Don't have a single 18350 mod and would refuse one if someone were to give me one."
Oh,
Who's Dennis? You've got giant hands.
Oh, I've got giant hands.
I'm on board with Dennis. I would never, just for the sake of the shitty batteries.
There
Okay.
was mad
Little
cra-
diddy.
there was a mad craze for the 18350, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Mental. It went mental for a little while.
Yeah.
They're so diddy
They are so small.
Mm.
and pretty.
Yeah, that I would accept that as a door stopper or
Is
something.
that a door 18350 is a door stopper. How's that going to
I
work?
wouldn't know what else to
Small
use
doors
it
in
for.
Denmark.
Do you live it in a hobbit hole? Oh, that's just Kaz.
Yeah. Oh dear.
I've got something else. Look! I'm high end. You've seen this already. I've waved it at the camera already.
Did you just gone? You called?
So I'm back into squonking because this is amazing.
Why were
So-
you ever out of squonking?
I don't know because I was using that for quite a while.
The
Because
small one.
Basically the
Yeah,
same
just-
capacity.
pretty much, yeah. I've got the 15 mil squonk bottle in there.
It's the soy
So-
sauce bottle.
It's I know, but I don't care. It's
But
15 mil.
I like it. It's retro.
It's awesome. Yeah. This Riviera is amazing.
Matt Waits has said, "What the fuck is that on top of the Riviera?"
What's on top of the Riviera?
I think he's referring to a drip tip.
He's ruining my Atty by putting something ridiculous on it.
It's the only drip tip I've got that is the right width. Look, because it's
What about the one that came
perfect
with?
width. The one that came with it, it's still in here.
It's the best drip tip.
It's like
going.
1 millimeter or
I
something.
made sure I put it back in there. There it is. Look, so I
So
didn't
you don't
lose
lose
it.
Good luck.
Yeah. So I'm like not losing that. I'm putting it straight. I'm not because I've got a little tub over here that's got all of my massive, great big drip tips in. So they're all hiding in there. Look.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I
it
agree.
nearly
Matt.
went in there.
The stock one is just perfect.
Talking about touch sensitive, I reckon I've got the OG, the first one ever made. I reckon. Nuts, 18350.
Does
that
it
power
predate
bank?
the IVP?
Huh?
Right, I forgot about that. Yeah, but you could disable the touch sensitive button on the IVP.
But it still had a touch sensitive button.
It did, and it was shit.
This is-
It was very shit because you'd be coiling up and you'd accidentally touch the top whilst you're putting your coil in or wicking it and burn everything.
And I've got some of that in it. Some of my epistle icebreaker because that's the last bit I've got left. But there we go. It's awesome. So there we go. That is what I'm vaping on.
That
At the minute.
that last little bit of your segment churned my stomach and made me a little bit angry for a second.
Which bit?
But more about that another time. God, I'm joking. Cotton.
Oh, cotton.
Cotton.
There you go.
Now,
That's it.
Cotton leads me in nicely to something that we want to talk about this evening. Now, over the years, there's obviously been
Say-
lots.
Other way, Lloyd. Other way, Lloyd.
It's upside down.
It's always going to be upside down, though, isn't it?
No.
No.
Oh, is there a...
Spin
Oh,
it.
for God's sake.
It's always
That's
gonna be
it.
upside down.
There you
Slightly
go.
off still, to be fair. There you go.
At least you can read it now without having to turn your head upside down.
Oh yeah, I'm like, oh yeah.
Anyway, over the years, there has been tons and tons and tons of different types of cotton. We're all going to have a preference. Me, not so much now. I'm not overly fussy. I should be, but on mouth to lung, it, in my opinion, it don't really matter. In my opinion, don't want to upset anyone. So what I want to know is from the viewers. I'm going to pop a poll up in a second, but also the presenters. Over the years, what different cottons have you tried? What's your favourite cotton, and why?
Who's starting?
Cass, you
are,
drew
Cass.
breath first.
Okay, give me a sec. I will grab it out of my drawer.
Oh, it's not going to be Boots cotton balls, is it?
Oh, no, don't be silly.
We're not going back to the days when we used to sit there on the stove and boil.
So I use fusion cotton mostly. I used to use bacon, but I found it quite wasteful because you'd rip strips off and you'd end up with random little bits that you couldn't put back together. The fusion cotton is a big old wrap. Yeah, kind of like that. The fusion cotton, although mine's a complete mess, I tend to keep the offcuts in it and it still rolls out nice. And there's not a huge amount left in that pot, but it comes in a big flat roll that's all rolled up, hence the depth of the pot. The thing I like about it is that you don't need any scissors. You just rip a bit off if it comes off. And the nice thing about it is because it's quite a loosely bound cotton, you can roll it back together with all the other bits.
So what you like about it is that it's extremely economic.
It's extremely economical, which is great, but also it's really fluffy. There's no cotton taste. It's super easy to compact. So if you want to get a lot of cotton in there, but you don't want to have to thin it out to get it in, you can really squish it down and then fluff it back up again. It doesn't compact, so it's really nice. Really nice.
I'm pretty sure that fusion cotton used to come in massive long tubs.
This was a shorter tub. They used to do huge tubs of it.
It used to be like that tall.
Yeah.
That
But this
tall.
is I bought probably 4 or 5 tubs of this at Expo once, and I think this is my last tub now. It lasts for ages, absolutely ages. There's like 2 meters in each one.
What are you going to do when it runs out?
Probably gonna buy some cotton bacon.
I actually think if it's out of stock, I think there's still some here in the shop in Denmark.
Oh really?
Mine, what you doing? Mine. You know you like one. Easy. Right.
This isn't an upsell, by the way, in any way, shape,
No.
or form. Martin, I know your answer because you hurt me on Saturday.
Well, I've tried a lot of things over the years: bacon, native wicks, fusion cotton, cotton gods, you name it. But I always ending back TFC, dynamic fiber cotton, whatever. I always end back on my cellulose, and I know it's weird as fuck. Because it's not even the cotton blend. It's just fucking cellulose.
It turns me inside out. Cellulose cotton, the squeak, the feel, the noise, the taste, just everything about it just makes me crawl. It makes
It's like
my
biting down on toothbrush bristles.
Oh. It just
Yeah, I don't experience it like that at all.
Must be a Danish thing.
But the issue with this that the company went out of business 3 years ago, so it's not being made for 3 years. Another guy took over the company, has been making like this bacon like cotton called fiber and cotton, which is strictly just bacon. So I have hoarded a Greek web shop and a Swiss web shop for all of its stock, so I should have for some amount of time.
So if anyone has got any of that Fiber Freaks, it has to be
Original.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that one, Alex.
If you got
Horrible.
the original, is it the V1?
Is there one? Yeah, density 1 in strips.
Is that anything like the Texas Tough? Because that used to be quite cellulose heavy, didn't it?
Texas Tough was pretty much straight off a plant. It wasn't cellulose at all.
Oh.
It was, excuse me, that used to come in a puck. Little
Yeah.
flat puck. And they were flat, round. And it was a bitch to wick.
It fucking was.
It was heat. It was heat resistive. It really was. But when you re-wicked with it, you literally had to warm the cotton to get it soaking, to get that capillary action going. You had to.
Took ages to bed
Did
in.
you just stiff your fingers?
Gilfly, thank you very much for the sub. Appreciate that, buddy.
So Diddy is using the wicks of his belly button, and says it has a funny taste as well.
Diddy, how does it smell?
If it's Diddy, it's going to be 95% MDF sawdust.
Right, I'm going to pop up whilst we talk about everyone else's. I'm just going to pop a poll up. There's a few there, 9 in fact. Just pop your answer, those of you on Twitch, pop your answer 1 through 9 in the chat box, and we will come back to it in a few moments.
So I need 2 votes then.
Lloyd, other than Cloud9 I made sure was on the list. Other than Cloud9, before you tried Cloud9, what was your go-to?
Right, when I first started, it would have been the classic Muji.
Mm-hmm.
Muji's solid.
Muji is solid, and exactly what Kaz says. I can't really say much about it. There's quite a lot of breaking time, I reckon, with Muji.
Funky
But
taste.
yeah, it's definitely got it's definitely good.
Mm.
And then I think I went to Fred's, which for a lazy vapor, I reckon is a great idea. I love the thing. I used to cut them in 2, so you get 2 wicks out of it. I do like my threads. Best threads I've had is this one, cotton threads. Then when I moved up to, they ain't in there, it's drip tips or something, but I can't remember what it's called. TSC, yeah.
Any of you ever try Kendo?
Yeah, yeah, Kendo. Yeah. It had a lot of breaking time, but then it really was nice.
Yeah, the TFC is very, very nice, and it's for me, it's definitely up there with Cloud9, definitely. But obviously, I prefer Cloud9. But yeah, that's my little journey really. So Muji to Fred's, then to TFC, and then I've found Cloud9, and I ain't looked back since.
But Cloud9 hands down is your favourite.
Yeah, I don't think there's no breaking time. It's fluffy. The wicks, you don't have to keep re-wicking. It don't disintegrate. It's quite similar to TFC. Don't get me wrong, but I just think it's just that little bit better and cheaper.
Now, for fear of fueling a stereotypic trope that I seem to have gained myself, do you think that, because obviously all cotton costs different amounts, and things like cotton bacon, I think they sit at the £4 or £5 mark. I know Fusion, I think I spent £5 or £6 thing. What do you sell Cloud9 at?
$7.50.
Right. So what is it about Cloud9 that gives it that sort of premium price point?
One
Not
that's
in a dick way, but you
one
know
that's
what I mean.
harvested from Angel's Lady Gardens.
Right.
And the second thing is it comes all the way from Australia, so obviously there's import fees and duty.
That makes sense. So it's because I didn't know it was an Australian thing.
So yeah, it will cost a bit more because we have to obviously import it.
Yeah, you got to
They
ship it.
were looking at doing pouches, which would have brought down the shipping price, but they decided not to. It's a bit annoying because we were hoping to knock £1 off each one.
Do you guys prefer pouches or tins?
The tins are very useful, to be fair. After you've used cotton, you've got a nice little stash for your drip tips or whatnot.
Yeah.
But obviously, I think pouches are better for practicality, moving around.
Would you end up with more in the pouch?
It was going to be about 0.1 of a meter longer.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
1 meter in the tin.
Yeah, no, because I'm genuinely asking. Like, I'm not trying to be a dick about it or anything. I'm genuinely asking because it's just curious to see. Because I know things like native wicks used to cost like £4 or £5, which when it was a thing was quite a lot of money for cotton. When you could buy 10 sheets of Muji for 75p, and native wicks was never that great. I didn't think.
You see, for me, it was longevity. I've not voted yet, but all I used to use was fuzz. In fact, Still got tins of it.
Can I throw something in them? I got this from Ilse over at PC Calls. It's from Finland. It's actually quite good also.
Royal Wicks, I've tried that, yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard good things about Royal
And
Wicks.
Fuzz is affordable and it is so fluffy. Very little bedding time. It's a damn good cotton. But for me, something changed with it. You see, I've got this here is the OG stuff, and it was great. And then something happened, and it just didn't seem to behave as well. It didn't taste as nice, so I stopped using it. And now I'm using. What am I using? Cotton.
He's on his show thingy.
Literally just use cotton bacon or whatever I've got knocking around. But I do need to try Cloud9 to see how I get on with that. But I've probably used most of it. I've probably used Muji and Fuzz are my big two. Cotton bacon if I got caught short in the shop, because that's one of the ones that we used to stock.
Is there anyone in chat that still does Scotch wicking?
Scotch wiki with Muji.
Yeah, like where you tear it apart. You tear
Scotch
both
roll.
sides. Scotch roll, that's
roll.
it. Yeah, you tear both sides off, pull it apart, and roll it up ridiculously tight. I'd be interested to see if there's anyone else. Darian345 highlighted. He said, "What do you guys think of the Vupu VMate 200 watts?" Don't know it, to be honest. Vupu are not terrible, generally.
I couldn't comment. I've not used a Vupu since the drag.
Drag was.
I was gonna say the drag. That was a decent mod.
Good
Drag
board
was
on it.
all right. My only problem with the drag I had was the batteries. I'm looking for it, and obviously it had a built-in battery. Okay, the battery life was good, but I ended up with wonky sides and all sorts. But the Genie chip was fantastic.
Yeah, it was a good chip. That was.
Fantastic. Right, I'm just going to end this poll here and look at the results. So
just a question for the poll, Mark.
Yes.
Number 8 and 9, are those the same? You put in Fiber Freaks and then Cellulose?
No, because Fiber Freaks is branded as Fiber Freaks, and you can just go out and buy a cellulose cotton, can't you?
Here's a question. Has anyone tried the what's the one that Jay Hayes uses?
Mavion X or whatever it is.
X.
The one that looks like it's been picked out of a gutter.
Yeah, that one looks all weird. Try. Be interesting to see if anyone in chat's actually tried it.
I don't think we're fancy enough.
I think I saw Shay.
Has Shay tried it?
Talking about it earlier.
Fucking hell, Chandler with his squid dude.
Dudewick. And some Dudewicks, kind of like Muji pads, and like you say, the tin's very good for putting your drip tips in afterwards.
Is it worth the 90 quid a tin?
What was it, a £5 a tin? It actually lasted me a long while. You got about 8. There was basically they're like 8 Muji pads, just flat inside there. So it lasted me longer than I expected.
8 Muji pads for how much?
Yeah, that's a lot on that.
I think it was about £5. But you got the fancy tin with it.
This bag cost me £3.
What was in it?
What, Muji?
I didn't realise that there's blooming Muji shop.
Yeah.
On the high street.
Yeah.
I went in there and they had bloody Muji cotton amongst all this other shit.
Where do you think the name came from?
Yeah, but I just thought it was Japanese organic cotton. I didn't realise there was an actual shop that sold stuff, and they did their own cotton pads.
No one's tried Maviton. Or really one of
that was one that I bought. One of the first cottons I got that wasn't from Tesco's. Massive tin that was full and actually still has some cotton in it, and it came with a little pair of tweezers. Look, so
yeah, there is one in Guildford, Matt. That's what I saw.
Get your cotton out.
Little tweezers.
Yeah, little tweezers. Look.
That's what I like them threads for. I think it's just. I know they only really fit 3 mils, but 3 millimeter cotton. Yeah, them threads are a great invention. That was, I think, especially for someone who's lazy.
Yeah. And you even got the Flugel binder on them, didn't you?
Mm.
Yeah, I wasn't a mass fan.
No one else see that stuff.
Holy fibre.
There's also something called canna cotton.
Yes,
It's
I've
kind of
got
cotton.
that. I've got some of
Yeah.
that. It's not great.
It's yeah.
They're only selling it on the packaging. Totally.
Yeah.
It's because it's hemp based cotton.
And Cotton Gods as well I've been using. Is it Cotton Gods?
The gold one.
The gold packaging. I don't know where all my cotton's gone. It's all fucking disappeared.
Did it burn up?
Cotton Gods is kind of like it's okay. It does it's cotton.
Don't mind it. I'm not offended by it in any way. Right. I'm assuming we've got no news tonight.
There's fuck all happening. I did have a look. I think once the world tends to get back on its feet, I think there's going to be a lot more happening. But I did add a bit in which I thought I could put in the news, but I think would work better as a discussion rather than me trying to read it off.
Go on then.
So, I don't know whether this is going to apply to every single country, but I know it applies to the UK. Is vape shops post lockdown? Now I don't want to get into the whole lockdown restrictions released lately. Like that's not what it's about. It's more a case of, the way that you are in vape shops. You tend to vape in vape shops. They tend to be full of vapor. You tend to deal with devices that either people share devices. People, you might be working in a vape shop and someone gives you their device that they've been using, and they want you to change the coil or repair it or whatever. And the question I've been talking to the people that I actually work with as well, is we've been talking about what a vape shop's going to be like post lockdown, because I know there's going to be certain things like, no vaping, for example, because you don't want to fill a room with a cloud of vapor that has just been in your lungs with the potential of being infectious. Are you going to be able, taste testers, is that a thing of the past? What the question I'm sort of putting forward is, what do we think vape shops and brick and mortar and stuff is going to be like post lockdown? And I'm not talking about 5-10 years in the future necessarily, because hopefully by that point we'll be past all of this, but immediately once they start opening again, because they will eventually open again, what do we think it's going to be like? Because I think it's going to be, as someone who works in one, a very different place.
I think we're going to take a lot, and take this away from vaping as well. I think people are going to be much more conscious of social distancing and being careful who they share their mods with, because we've all either owned or worked in shops, or have been close to people that have owned or worked in shops. The amount of people that walk into a shop and go, "Here, have a chug on that." It's horrific, and the amount of people that just used to walk into my shop specifically and just pick my shit up and vape on it.
Yeah.
What, your own setup?
Yeah, they just pick it up. There was this one guy, I've said about this on the show.
Nothing.
And those of you that are regular viewers will know about this. This guy used to walk into my shop. "What you vaping on? What you vaping on?" And he'd go, and Andrew, honestly, he was a fucking creature. It was disgusting.
Yeah.
But I think testing stations, are done and dusted, at least for the foreseeable. Vaping, I don't know.
I think that vaping thing can just get in the bin. All it does is there's been no there's no scientific evidence as to vapor containing anything that's contagious.
Yeah.
All that the vapor is, it just gives you a visual representation of where your breath is going.
Basically,
if you're sat in a shop, yeah, but if you're sat in a shop and you just go, you're doing exactly the same thing. The only difference is you can't see it.
But it is a water vapor that is a much more humid version of your own breath.
It's an aerosol. It's not a water vapor.
It's not a water vapor.
Well, no,
it's not. There's no.
But there are very much larger droplets than your own breath, which is why you can see it.
but there's the scientific evidence is you shouldn't catch. It's a bit of a myth as to why, if you walk through a cloud of somebody's vapor, you're not going to catch COVID from it.
So what you need is a big swatter to catch them.
What you need is one of them.
But in the absence of positive evidence of that being the case, would you go, it's going to be fine and leave it, or would you take the precaution and not do it?
Because there's no issue with. I mean, if somebody does just go like that and you walk through it, you don't know you've walked through it, and you're just as likely to catch COVID from that as if it was a cloud of vapor. You could just see it.
So would you personally ban vaping? If you owned a vape shop, would you stop people vaping in your vape shop?
No, I wouldn't.
I wouldn't if it was my
Is there any
vape shop.
proof
No,
that
because
COVID
I'd be
carries
beyond.
in vape?
But is there any
I would
proof that
say-
it doesn't?
And I mean, to give an example, our shops in Denmark, they've been open all the time, and that hasn't sparked anything extreme in cases. And of course, with restrictions of amount of people and so on, but people are still allowed to vape. Usually, it's like the sample bars and so on. They've been removed, and of course, you don't fiddle with customers. You don't change their coils and so on. So.
I think the difficulty is if you're indoors at the moment. The advice is if you're indoors in a shop or a shopping centre, you're supposed to wear a mask. So if you're in a vape shop, then technically you should be wearing a mask. Therefore, how can you vape anyway? Because there's a bloody mask in the way.
See, which leads me to my next question: would you use a vape shop where they serve you from the door, where they don't actually let you inside?
Or like night pay?
Yeah, kind of. Think of it like that.
An ice cream shop. You've just got the vending shop by the window, and you stand by the. They've got a little.
Just order online.
I think
umbrella sticking out from the wall.
Like a smash and grab. Well, if it's a local vape shop, I would rather just get it from there than have to wait for something online. If it's like.
I think shops have got to do what shops have got to do to obviously bring up their income. But in all seriousness, how do you vape through a?
What can vape shops do? What normal like supermarkets do, and let only a certain amount of people in at a time?
Well, they do. At least they do here. And a lot of shops, they have, not just vape shops like gas stations, they have this plexiglass in front. So...
Vape shop and don't have gatherings.
You see, my vape shop, my shop was very much a social shop. You didn't just come in to vape. Well, Chandler, you used to come to hang out, didn't you? It was.
Oh, it's got like half a dozen sofas in it.
Yeah,
had half a dozen.
Just change
sofas.
all the light bulbs out for some seriously strong UV ones.
Or just put in hue everywhere. So.
Tanning salon / vape shop.
Yeah, I mean, leading up to the lockdown, a couple of weeks leading up to the lockdown, my shop brought in some precautions. So we had no more than 2 people inside the shop. We didn't take cash. There was no vaping in the shop, and people weren't allowed to stick around and browse. It was, do you know what you want? Right. Cool, I'll grab it for you. If you want it, there was no handling of devices to see what they were like. It was like, do you want that one? Okay, you can have that. Because I couldn't have 10, 15 people handling mods, then going back, handling mods, going back, because it would mean cleaning everything everyone touched in between each customer. So it was just you get what you want and you go, or you go away, decide what you want, and then come in and buy it. Just to limit the time that they were in the shop.
I'm just want to respond to some of the comments in chat. We've missed them. PC Coils, Belgium. It isn't allowed to vape in a vape. So you can't vape in Belgium. You can't vape in a vape shop anywhere. Have the doors open. Didn't they use either VG or PG to clean out air conditioning units? Yeah. Blah blah blah. We do need a demo on the on your vape sack, Lloyd.
Who's going to pay for it?
Demo.
Is it not open?
Oh no.
You call me tight.
PC Coils, I've plexi screens and guidelines on the floor at work. Fantastic. Should they do that with dispensaries? Have the window thing where you give the girl ID. That's what you'd like. Yeah. I think shops have got to do what they've got to do because they're going to be hurting. They're going to be hurting bad. You know, not every vape shop has got an online an online store. I know a lot of small shops are taking phone orders you can come pick up, or I know there's quite a few, especially in our local area, that are just doing home deliveries. Literally home deliveries. I'm pretty sure that Evolution in Birmingham, you turn up to the warehouse, you stay in your car, they open your boot, they put your products in your boot, you drive away.
It's all prepaid for.
Yeah. But old Mavis down the street that comes in once a month for 12 bottles of menthol 18 milligram, she needs to get a fix.
That's what the NHS helpers are for.
True.
No problem if you let one or two in a shop. Wow, let one in a shop. You're not telling me a vape shop's going to have queues of people outside. You joking or what? You just
I did.
one at a time in the shop. What's the problem with that? Please tell me.
People on their lunches want to get in and get out, don't they? They don't want to stand in a queue. They don't want to.
That's the same with any. That's
I get it.
the same
Weirdly,
with-
though,
Well, if they're standing outside waiting to go in, rather
Just
than just
go
waiting
in,
inside
buy
all
their
day.
5 for a tenner on Heisenberg, 10 mil, get out.
So they're not going to. You just have no social gathering.
surprisingly, though, people were super cool with waiting outside the shop to come in one by one.
Exactly.
Here's a
Lovely.
question: what will Expo look like?
It won't.
It'll be another shit pit like it has been for the past 3 years.
I don't think they're going to allow
Don't.
any large gatherings like that till middle of next year.
Don't get me started.
What, an expo?
Don't get me started.
So, do you reckon at Expo they're not going to let you taste the so you won't be able to try juices then?
Would you trust somebody else? You know, you'll see they'll rip open a plastic drip tip and put it on the top. Would
Yeah.
you trust that?
Yeah. I would.
You would.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice knowing you, Lloyd.
Oh man.
Yeah, I would.
The issue is with even if they made Expos, there's going to be a lot still during the rest
don't
of the
think you-
year
I
that's going to stay at home. So the
I
Expos
don't
won't
think you'd be
the
allowed
same.
to taste juices.
No.
Like Kaz said, it won't be till next year anyway. Middle of next year probably, and you won't be able to taste the juice.
You know, I mean, most of these big convention centers are currently hospitals anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, and I think they're going to stay that way until that there's no sign of this ever coming back.
Darian, why does an employer ask everyone in line what they would like, and the man would walk around with a debit machine or cash? Then
Not
the
a bad
lady
idea.
inside writes
Good
down
idea.
what they want. Like, so when you're done playing, you just walk over and ask.
That's like a 24-hour alcohol, like a garage, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a lot like an out-of-hour Boots.
Yeah.
Or like when you're in the bank and you get that one person coming up the queue, like, is it cash you're putting in?
Yeah.
Or whatever, you know. Like, no, I need to see the person. That's why I'm in the queue.
Like a 24-hour garage where they got a lot of the door at a certain time,
Yeah.
and they just come, what do you want? They go and get it for you.
I'd have no issue doing that as long as people didn't ask me to start putting their coils in for them. They'd be like, no, I can tell you how to do it, but you're the one who has to do it.
So when I smoked, and they changed they just changed it to the green and brown sort of shade packaging. You go to Night Pay, and you'd be like, yeah, I want that, and they go pick something. About no, the other one. If they didn't smoke, it'd be 10 minutes of them trying to get the right bloody packet of fags for
That
it.
would be especially for vapors. Oh, I want a cherry flavour. Then you bring one back. No, not that one. Very indecisive.
That's why it would be what do you want? Oh,
Yeah.
I've got to come to browse. Right, go away and decide what you want and then come back.
Yeah.
I like the idea of it being like an ice cream van, where you've got the windows, you have your little sheets stuck on the wall. This is what you can
To
buy.
be fair, like 10 to 20% of turnaround is from people just being upsold or like just trying different ones, and then I was going in for one, I'll leave with two.
So will
Because
there
they
be a
can't
big
find-
resurgence
That would
of
happen a lot,
10
wouldn't
ml sample bottles?
No, I don't think so.
No.
It's going to be a case of stop being so fucking picky. And we know vapors are, we all are.
Yeah.
Mm.
It might mean an end to that what you got that's fruity question.
Yeah.
Mm. Or
Am I-
what you got that's cheap.
It would be a case of there you go. That's what we got.
What flavors do you like? Oh, I like anything. What about this lovely grape menthol? I don't like grape. I don't like menthol. Okay. What about custard? Don't like custard. Oh, okay. What is
I
it you
hate
like?
that.
And
I
they
like
keep getting-
cherry tune.
bigger and bigger and bigger and
I
bigger.
hate that at work. They're like, yeah, I need to book an MOT. Okay, when would you like to book it in for? Oh, anytime. Okay, what about tomorrow? No, I can't do tomorrow. Day after? No, I can't do that. What about next week? No, that's not good for me either. Well, when can you do? Oh, I don't know. Well, fucking I don't. For fuck's sake.
Have you got that coil for this device? Right, what device is it? Oh, I didn't bring it with me. Oh,
It's
classic.
that silver thing with the thing on top. We're just
I bought
about,
it here 2 weeks ago.
We're just about to run a big giveaway for those that are subscribers. For those of you that aren't subscribers, you're about to see an ad. There we go. So those of you that are subscribers can still hear us. Those of you that aren't subscribed, you're now seeing an advert. Yeah, we're not really giving anything away.
There's no advert, by the way. I thought I'd let you know because I'm not subscribed and there's no advert.
Oh, is there not?
I don't think
Yep.
I want either. I don't see no advert.
Oh, that's rubbish. I'm running a 60-second commercial.
Oh yeah?
I can't tell because I'm subbed.
Can we guess what the commercial is for?
Condoms.
Jammy Dodgers.
Fucking Jammy Dodgers. I'm going to bring Jammy Dodgers next week. I'm going to go out and buy some.
Have you ever
And just
tried
launch-
Jammy Dodgers, Martin?
No.
You've never tried them? That's going in your package.
Oh, shit.
Jammy
Fuck,
Dodgers.
yeah, I have tried them. I don't like them. I don't like it.
Have you tried proper custard?
And
Yes, I have tried proper custard.
Okay.
Birds custard.
Because I had someone message me saying that they love custard juice, but they don't actually know what custard tastes like because they've never tried it.
Not
And
custard juice.
can I send it some custard to them?
They're going to be sorely disappointed.
Well, they're not from this country, Chandler.
Oh, okay. Surely everybody has custard.
What's
Creme anglaise and all of that.
Martin, have you tried Marmite?
Marmalade?
Marmite.
Might.
Oh, fuck Marmite. Tastes like shit. Give me some old-fashioned American peanut butter. I'm in.
Yeah.
Oh, just wrong. The people that put peanut butter with Marmite.
Oh, I love that.
Oh no. It's the same that put butter under Nutella.
That is a combo. Marmite and peanut butter. Crunchy.
Have you tried?
Dennis, see you later, Dennis, mate.
Take it easy, buddy. Have any of you tried the Biscoff spread?
Yeah.
So good.
Unbelievable.
I've heard good things, but I've never actually had a Biscoff biscuit either.
Oh, what?
What?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Biscoff.
You're getting a package from Dom next week.
God,
And you know what?
A package? You mean 17
I
boxes?
spent so much time working on a Biscoff e-liquid. So much time. But
What's that?
what's he waving around?
Ah,
Looks like a DVD.
dark chili chocolate from Don.
dark
Wait,
chili.
Chili,
Oh,
Dose,
go on, eat some, mate.
Dose Reaper.
It's what? Reaper chili.
Eat some.
Eat some. Do
It's
it.
got Reaper in it.
Yeah.
Do
Oh,
it.
mate, please eat some.
Come on, let's do it.
Do it.
Okay. How many?
Big bit.
Uh,
Not a little bit. Not a
Dar-
little bit.
Couple
Dar-
chunks.
Apparently, Darian's running out of juice in California. What? California, the
Ooh.
vape capital of the world?
But they have a flavor ban.
Yeah.
I think actually they have a vape ban.
That's
Yeah.
what Smack.
Grim,
Oh, they
Grim
moved
Green
it
made
out of-
his
out of
juice. His
California.
juice company was in California, and that's
They-
gone.
They moved it all to weed in California, didn't they? That's right.
So Smacks have moved their
Thanks,
lab to
Arnie.
Nevada, but then the whole Corona thing come down.
Oh,
so
sorry, Darian. Canada, not. Sorry.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh. I don't know what the Canadian vape scene's like, other than 12 Monkeys.
And it's 12 Monkeys and Vapes by Nushi, I guess.
I don't know what it's all about.
Wow.
Reboot.
How's the chocolate going?
You're still
Huh?
trying to get in the packet.
Now I've got in there. I just want to show you what it is.
Now your face is just all inverted now.
But yeah, those of
So
you that
bright.
haven't tried Biscoff biscuits or Biscoff spread, Biscoff spread is amazing on pancakes.
Yeah.
What about putting Biscoff spread in between 2 Biscoff biscuits like a custard cream?
That'd just be OD.
Is that just over the top, is it?
That'd just be
Where's
toothache.
Biscoff? I'm going to have to Google it.
Dark chili chocolate with ghost chili, essential oils, and geranium and lemon.
Right, stop being a
Ghost
fanny.
chilies.
Open it. and
Ghost
eat
chilies are not that. You'll be alright with ghost chilies.
They're not bad, no?
Well, I don't think they're that bad.
No,
but then
ghost
again,
chilies.
you order a korma, so
If you,
Oh, they're the Lotus
well, actually,
biscuits. Those...
you remember the chilies I sent you, Lloyd?
Yeah.
I think they were about 80,000 or 90,000 on the Scoville scale.
Yeah.
I think the ghosts
There we go.
are about 400,000.
Go on, just chuck it in your mouth. Stop being a pussy.
Yeah, that's it. Go for it.
how big was that?
Pretty big chunk.
Pretty big chunk, actually.
Let's watch him just utterly fail. I'm excited for this.
That'll be fine.
I really want to spotlight him.
Go for it. Oh, you can't.
Can't.
Oh, I like chocolate.
Wi-Fang TV. Can I vape talk? Can I ask you all the same question? Fire away.
Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
You're fucking serious.
Brilliant.
No, don't. Ask Lloyd first, then ask the rest of us.
Did you bring any milk with you? Or was
No.
it just
Bring
beer that's
any
going to
booze
make
with
it
you?
worse?
Not been.
Do you have any idea what question I'm going to ask? No. It could literally be anything.
Right, yeah, watch out for this.
Someone.
Alex, 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7.
Fuck's sake. God, it's been longer than half an hour, so I don't understand the. Oh no, I'm so out of focus.
Right. That one that bad.
Is it not? Is it not a creeper?
Nah.
No, it's only a ghost, and it's in with the chocolate
Yeah.
and sugar counteracts chili, doesn't it?
Has anyone else got their finger over the ban button? Oh no, we're good. We're good. I got my finger over the ban button, ready for it.
What's your favourite things about Earth and why? Well, Earth, you can plant plants in it. You can farm it.
Nice.
It's one of the 4 elements.
Yeah, this question's good for Kaz. Not for someone like me.
You don't have a
That's
favourite.
where you grow your carrots.
You beat me to it.
There are bananas, which you got to keep at 13 degrees.
It's the most favoritist planet that I've ever been to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Besides Pluto, of course, but that's not a planet. So.
Yeah, that had a little tang to it, but no, that's all right.
We need to sort you out with some of Chrissy's shit.
He should be banned for
the
such
extract.
a question. We'll leave that up to the mods. Are you guys good at tricks?
No.
What kind of tricks?
Back in the day, I could push a cloud, but
Nah.
There's a little mouth to lunging. It's useless for trick stuff. I did though the other day across my living room do the most incredible jellyfish because I was bored.
what with mouth to lung?
No, I had a pen device out, which was actually not a mouth to lung.
Fang,
go on, do it.
please do tell us what is your favourite thing about Earth. My finger's hovering
Because-
again.
Yeah,
I
this is
imagine
Vape Talk
it's-
UK.
This
Look
is
up.
gonna be epic.
There we go.
There we go.
Go on, Fang.
You got 10 seconds or you're silenced, and then we'll never find out.
I've just noticed the title to this show.
What's that?
This is Fake Talk TV, not Gardener's World.
Vape's Extreme. If we made you a mod, you'd ban literally everyone watching.
Rain in and you can see the rain because no one can see me crying.
Bye.
That was harsh.
That was kind of deep, wasn't it?
Unban him.
Well, surely you can't go outside anyway, so no one can see you cry at the moment.
Bless.
Bye, Chandler.
That was harsh.
Chandler's gone.
Hang on. Was that Chandler that...
It was Chandler, wasn't it?
It was Chandler. You've upset Chandler. Chandler wrote that question.
No, he didn't.
You sure he didn't? He got another account. What was he on?
I don't know.
And Chandler.
No, but the thing is, me banning him on Twitch wouldn't take him out the Zoom call.
Oh, yeah.
Unless he's gone off in a struck.
Oh, it's okay.
Anyway, Martin, we've got some bits for you, Saswa. Because we're running very close to time. So,
I'll make it short.
Martin, over to you, sir. Tell me what you want me to show.
I just wanted to highlight some crazy modders from Czech Republic. Some of you may know. Mark Todd has done in reviews of several of their mods. So if you could bring up the first picture.
They're not in any order.
Bring up the one that says Capsula. So these guys started, they're called Cranium mods. They started back in 2017, 3D printed mods. This is their third device. One of them is mine. It's one.
Oh, it's quite tiny.
It is, and it's quite smart as well. It's like an insert that you pull up, and then it has magnets in the bottom.
Ah.
You have easy access, reset V2 510. Very good.
Yeah, that's smart, they are.
It can come in various designs because it's just a 3D printed model that's then colored and then cut out. But yes, last year at some point they had a crazy idea that they wanted to include me into the team. I literally don't know why, but late last year they then started to rethink, and they had some heat about it because people still like 3D printed mods actually out there, but they ventured into wood mods, which has now seen the light of day from a pretty new mod called the Lignum, which means wood in Latin. But the two special things about this mod, and if you can bring up
the first cranium.
Yeah, bring up one of them that says Lignum.
The first cranium Lignum S is what I've got.
Yeah, that's the last one we're going to end with.
Oh, I'll hide that one then. Okay. So any of the Lignums?
Yeah. So just one with a lot of them in them on the pictures. So two special things about this. First of all, the design, because as you all know, when you have to do something different, and some like it, some don't like it. Those like curves. Some may say it looks like a seashell. The other and very, very different thing about it is that it's not using a DNA. It's not using a MOSFET. It's not using a diode. It's using a Czech chip called the Goggen chip or the Goggen chip, which is it's a touch-sensitive button. But the way it works is that you actually work as the actuator. So you have to hold the mod while you're firing it. If it's standing on the table, you can't just touch the button, then it fires.
Huh.
So you can regulate it. It has 8 power settings that you can regulate. Comes with a menu and so on. Manual to explain it. And I just, they're just, for me personally, they're first of all, they're great up guys. They make extremely nice mods, and recently due to popular demand, they made a new version of this, which is then called the Lignum S. And yeah, you can bring up that one now, which is a smooth version. So for the people that don't like those curves, made one that's smooth. And
I
actually,
recognise that.
the one who has that mod, the first smooth one, is actually Alex.
Did I get the first smooth one?
Yeah, you got the first smooth one.
Is that your mod, Alex?
Yeah, look.
Alex's mod.
Hello, how good are them drip tips?
Yeah, I haven't put it
So
on
we've
my
already
tier
seen
list. Take
we've
it.
already seen that tonight. Then
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is
What was
sexy.
the one you
But
had
do
on
you wanna
Mad
see
Hatters,
the-
Lloyd, that was
one
very
you-
similar?
Sorry, mate.
Oh, wait a sec.
In.
The
Peach
battery door.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh.
So
Oh, hello.
small light down there.
Changes colour.
The light
So,
indicates.
so the way it works, you have the increments of 0.14 volts that you can turn down. In 8 intervals. So you can even have it at like full power of the battery or half the power of the battery and so on.
you know what? If someone would have just given me a photo, if someone, for example, had have given me that photo and said, "Mark, what do you think? What do you think of that?" I'd have ripped it a new arsehole. Because as far as design goes, I'm not a massive fan. However, now it's kind of taught me not to be so judgmental. Now you talk about the technology behind it and everything else.
It's cool.
Wow!
The firing system is really awesome because you just grip it and it's firing. There's no pressure to it. You're just touching it.
I remember back in 2019 when we were talking about this and like primarily Cranium consists of two Czech guys, which is Igor and Ivo, Igor is mainly doing the modding, all of it by hand with the lignums. Ivo is also primarily in charge of the selling, but also helps with ideas and modding. And then we have me as a moderator and actually also Shai, which you may know. We recently added him to the team because he's a huge benefit. So when they introduced this chip, like saying you have to hold it to fire it, I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? But it makes sense, because why would you fire a mod?
So talk to me. The Lignum S.
Mhm.
What's the price point on one of those? And not £60 in a raffle. What?
No. It can vary depending on wood and if it comes with a drip tip, etc. But the one Alex got was priced at €420.
To be fair, I've got more expensive mods which are not as good as it.
The lignums with the curves, they were priced at standard at €450 because there's a bit less work in the smooth ones, but still everything is done by hand.
You know what? I'd probably go for the. Okay, I'm not a big fan of the tube, but
the tubes can be customized. If someone really wants to have a mod that just participate in a raffle, there is an option to get various designs on tubes.
Mark, can you stick that initial picture up with all of them?
It's because Shay has got one of the sort of shell style ones with a hybrid block, and I think it looks to tits.
Yeah,
I think it's that
one.
bottom right one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's lemon tree and blue resin. It was
That's
one
not
of
a
the
very
first
good photo,
ones made.
but it's really nice.
the
Can see through.
I really like that top left one up there.
where's the one I like?
Boom.
That I love that finish.
Blue one.
That wood is incredible. It looks like Van Gogh's Starry Starry Night. It's just
Yeah.
The galaxy, doesn't it?
Yeah, and then recently we've looked at some very, very crazy hybrid blocks. I'm not gonna spill more beans on that, but it's some like the crazy weird blocks, and some like just the natural ones. I'm trying to satisfy like different specters.
Gilfly, they're around 440, 430 euros.
Yeah, 420 or around that, depending if it's a
Oh.
very expensive wood, it could be a little higher for the Lignum S, 450 for the Lignum.
Considering for the equivalent Geppetto with a DNA 60,
yeah.
I think it's
I'd sooner have that than a jet. I've got
Yeah.
to say.
And
Yeah.
I remember actually also from Mark's review of it, he was very afraid that it would fall over. but it's just perfectly calibrated. Even though you have a tank on top, it doesn't fall over.
I've only dropped mine once.
Have you dropped it?
On carpet, don't worry. It won't leave
No,
the
but
house.
as and some of you may have seen Mark's review on the Lignum. I'm a very big fan of the story behind or the journey of them. How they're constantly thinking new ideas.
Plus, they're really nice guys.
They're epic guys, definitely. And I've had the honor to meet one of them in real life because he came to Copenhagen. So
Have you added me to the Cranium group? Yes, you have. Good,
Yes.
good.
yeah, so that was just about it. Just want to share what I thought was a good story and very nice mods and nothing more. They are on the expensive side, I know that, but
You say that, but I don't think they are for handcrafted wood mod.
No.
If you think of the actual
And it
labour
sounds
that
like-
goes into it, if
would
I
be.
made that, I'd charge you more than that.
Right. Look.
Sounds like the technology.
Look at
as
that.
well.
Okay, again, ignore the tubes and the 510. But that is just. Oh.
I think they got one tomorrow, Martin. Got a raffle.
well, yeah. The again, if they are a lot, there are options. I know it's a matter of getting a raffle ticket, and you have the odd chance, but it is possible to get one for.
I only had to
wouldn't say
pay
for cheap.
Martin a £5 to win mine.
Yeah, Martin,
No.
can you commission them to make an MDF version for Diddy?
I think we'll have to get an angle grinder or something to do it. No. Yeah, so there are ways of getting it. There are some other mods that you're nowhere close to getting, or you have to pay full price. You can never get them. There are options to get them by raffles. There are options to contact
It's
us.
€60 for mine.
Yeah.
€60, 2 raffles. Just make sure you don't pay for the raffle tickets until everyone's chosen their numbers, because you get in a lot of trouble.
No.
What?
Really?
It's because you don't pay until all tickets have been taken, because sometimes people can't go in and do like a full Monty. So we don't want to have the issue of charging back people.
Did you just break a trademark there?
No, I didn't.
I've just popped the link to the group. I assume it's not a closed group. It's not a hidden group.
No.
So I've popped the URL into chat. I should also do it on YouTube. Also,
There is one on Mad Hatters at the moment, actually.
Yeah,
There is.
is that?
Yeah, I don't understand why, but yeah,
I thought I'd seen one on Mad Hatters.
there is.
I thought I recognised it.
Live waffles.
Hatters. Sorry. Do excuse me a moment.
It's a nice one. It's more like Matt. It's not a stripy one as Matt Waits called it. It's a nice one
It's
actually.
a smooth one.
Yeah, it's a smooth one. It's my kind of colour as well. I am tempted, but I don't really use.
All I'm scrolling through is photo of people in your t-shirt. Oh no.
Go to topics at the top and go to live waffles. You'll see it in there.
I've
Oh,
got
we got topics.
I'm not a mad fan of the colour.
It's the
Oh,
Joker ones that I've just realised I've been in the group. It's the Why So Serious mods that
Yeah.
got
One
me
thing I
in there
didn't
in the
mention.
first place.
In between that capsular mod, which was like the third mod, they had one called the Micron and the Monos before, which were pure mech, either a Swanker or just did like a tube style. They did DNA 75C, which Alex has one of the vaping and style versions of.
Oh no, I hate you with a passion.
Uh,
Oh,
Do you
look at
want
that.
me to share the screen of the? There we go.
Yeah.
They're right up Chandler's Street, I'd imagine.
All stealth
Oh.
fake parts.
I do like those.
Custom serial number.
Ugh.
Also backwards. No, good mod. Good mod. I was a little bit upset when they said they're moving away from 3D printing because their stuff's really good.
It is.
But I actually thought, oh shit, it's going to be the end of them going to wood because that was kind of their thing. But I think they've done really well actually with the wood.
I mean, along the way I wasn't worried when I started seeing what Igor had cooked up in like prototyping stages and so on. But I had the same thought as you, like, oh, and some are still asking for it, and that mod which you just showed, or that type, the Joker edition, the ha 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 edition, people want to pay big bucks for that because you can't get it anymore. It's just a very small, very nice mod. The only thing that some people may not consider is that it is a colored 3D print. So the more you use it, if you don't take care of it, the color will fade over time. But there's nothing to do about that.
It's no
Otherwise, you
different-
can't
no
get the
different-
color effect.
No different to a car, is it? If you don't look
No,
after the
but
paintwork.
people not saying that they have, but people could maybe complain saying, "Oh, I've used it for 6 months. Yeah, you had it in your hand every day, rubbing it. Of course, the color is gonna."
Well,
And the 3D print that they use is actually so strong.
the
I remember
colour
Ivo.
the colour's not falling out my cock. Anyway,
I know Ivo was using one to open every single beer he had for 6 months, and it stayed intact, other than obviously a bit of scratching.
Brilliant. Chandler.
Hello. Where are we going to start with you?
Oh, we've got coils coming out of his ears this week. It's because we haven't had a fortnight. We've got loads.
Coils. Let's start with Martin's coils.
Oh, look at them.
Well, they're not mine actually.
Not yours.
Those
You
are
found
painted.
the picture. You get the credit for this one.
Actually, to be fair, I was actually sent it, and I have a blue one on the way with my coils. They're from PC Coils.
Awesome.
Just
Now
them
then-
as a novelty.
I was
Can't
going to
vape
say
them, right?
the question is I've had mixed messages as to whether you can vape them or not. I've been told that they should theoretically be absolutely fine.
Nope. I was told strictly they are not, and they are also too big for, I think, even a Colorado RDA or something. I think they're like yay big or something. It's like a novelty, and they are definitely not for vaping.
They're oversized coils in the first place anyway, so they're like
They're pretty though, aren't they?
they are pretty. They are for having on your desk and going, what is that? Yeah, look at that anodized aluminium.
I think I even saw some that had like made it with some rubber in the end, and then it was.
Oh, they're
stuck
anodized. No, you definitely don't
No,
vape
it's
them.
coloured copper.
Yeah,
Coloured copper. Oh, okay.
Yeah, don't vape those.
They're
Yeah,
pre-
very nice though.
they-
Very
they are
pretty.
very nice. I like the
Do
red
you
ones.
know they'd be cool in a bearded Viking at your stand?
Yeah. I'm keeping you covered up. There's a picture over you of you. Oh, I thought you were.
I wasn't doing Lloyd, don't worry.
Oh, right, okay.
Lloyd, Mottram's here if you've got anything you want to put on the screen.
Who, me? No, I'm joking. Yeah, we'll in a minute.
Right, so the next picture is going over Lloyd. So, Chandler's Coil of the Week.
Coil of the week. I have no idea what it's called, but
Looks
look,
like
that is
a,
crazy.
like a millipede or a centipede.
Yeah.
Mm.
Thinking the same thing.
But the colours on it, look at that.
I wonder what resistance that comes out at.
I dread to think.
You think it's either really low or really high?
It's gonna be like point bollocks or something.
And it does kind
1.2.
of look like the top cap's not going to go over, but I'm not sure.
There we go, John. Staggered framed staple variant. Andrew, yeah, it's just a roller coaster.
Yeah, Jono is the man when it comes to recognizing coil types.
Did he use one of those as a piercing?
Well, dare I ask where?
Dread to think.
What do you want
I
next?
really don't want to know.
What do you want next, Chauncey?
I've completely forgotten what I sent you.
Let's
What did
do
I send you?
a shitload of coils from Pilgrim.
Oh yeah, they'll do. Yeah, a shitload of calls from Pilgrim.
As we like to get the
Yeah, it's nice to
coils
see
out of the way.
that. You know, there's a few coming in, and it does say who he's made them for at the bottom. I can't remember who it was now without looking.
KHW.
There you go. Thank you.
They're
So
not
yeah,
they're not the limited edition collaboration with Vapor Bay Pilgrim Vapes coils that you can see on the far left.
You whore, you.
I know, disgraceful. Disgraceful, but he's obviously been working hard. I mean, look at all of them.
Look at the
all
holographics.
ready to go. So,
No, it's good to have his coils back after his
it
surgery.
is.
Definitely, 100%. Chandler, I'm going for the goon.
Yeah, I was gonna go for Mr. Squires.
Mr. Squires. Where's his purple hair? There he is. Oh, do you know where you can buy wet liquor from? There's this online store.
No
Sorry.
clue.
Right.
I have a small stock. if
Yeah,
anyone needs.
I've heard UK E-Cig store, Vaping 101,
Oh god.
Wayne's E-Cigs. They
I've
sell
heard
it.
that E-Cig warehouse, the China one, has it as well.
Yeah, yeah. E-Cig Wizard, I think Vape, VPZ.
You know that Martin actually holds more stock than the UK.
He likes his apricot.
Evo,
Oh,
yeah.
dear.
Jono says Evo, sell wick liquor.
Fuck off, Kaz.
I just wanted to get this. I just wanted to get this one up because Sam's just brought out 3 more flavors to go with his Knights vape range. These aren't the original flavors. He's added 3 more. So I thought, why not give him a punt? I haven't tried them as yet, mainly because I've not been able to get to his shop because the lockdown, which is annoying. But there we are.
Wow.
So what are the flavor profiles or like?
Blimey, we're getting spammed a little
So
bit.
we've got
Bot bomb.
we've got on the left is ruby mango. The middle one is bubblegum and grape.
Can't keep up.
If I let Oggy go through it, otherwise we'll end up unbanning them accidentally.
And the one on the right is orange and coconut.
Sorry. Go through those agos. Go through those agos. Go through those again.
On the left, ruby mango,
Okay.
bubblegum and grape in the middle, and orange and coconut.
Orange and coconut.
Doesn't
Orange
sound
and coconut.
too shit, actually. That sounds all right.
I'll be honest. One of the ones in his old one of his old flavors in the range was banana milkshake. And when he described it to me, he said it's like a McDonald's milkshake. It's got cooling agent in it, and I'm like, cooling agent in
It works,
banana
though.
and milk? It really does work. It's really nice.
Orange and coconut is the one I would be interested in.
My favourite from his whole range there is actually the cherry cola he did.
Oh, did
yeah.
you say you're interested in the banana milkshake?
Cherry cola.
Yeah, it's a nice cola. And it's the only one that doesn't taste like terps.
You
It
see,
tastes like cherry cola.
cherry. The. Now,
The hard bit is to stop it tasting like jellied sweets.
it is. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that there. I love Sam a lot. Sam's a good guy. I've done work for Sam. The cola, cherry cola, was good. There's just so many things I'd have done differently.
Mm.
But it was his whole original line was good.
Yeah. Johnny says there's a white choc mocha with a coolant in it, and it was beautiful. That does sound good.
Like iced coffee.
Yeah.
Next.
Oh, yeah, right, okay, right. I've been on lockdown, so you get a bit of free time, so you end up trying to spend some money, don't you? So yeah, go for the goon. I thought the next lot of images I've got are things that I've seen and gone, hey, that's not bad. I've got a horrible feeling you lot are going to just go. Huh?
The words 25mm and BF
Yeah.
just don't.
I've got one of
I
those.
think the issue with this edition, it came out at a time where it was just declining. That type of RDA.
I've got one. It's brilliant. I put it on a
Really?
Stack Dreamer.
But like so selling on a broad spectrum.
Fuck off. What did you put it on?
Stack Dreamer.
Oh. Sorry, I misheard.
What do you think I said?
I thought you said duster.
There's only one person on here who's got a duster.
Yeah.
Another one drives a duster. Sorry.
How is it, Mark?
Yeah.
No! I had some nails
Mark's
I
got
had to
one.
hammer in the other day. It makes an awesome hammer. Now the problem is it was copper, so it kind of started off like that and then ended up like that. But it's all good. It's all
You, could
good.
use it, you can always use it as a slow burn fuse.
Yeah. Let's stop talking about this.
One of the SQs, maybe? I thought this was a cracking deal.
I've lost your photos, Chandler.
Hang on, is Chandler doing Lloyd will fix it?
Yeah, kind of. Not intentionally. I was just looking at stuff and going, ooh.
The T-class with a Hakutaku, bless you.
That T class is hideous.
It is hideous. I thought
Is that the one with the fidget spinner in it?
the fidget spanner.
Fidget spanner. But it's
You
reduced
see,
from 209 quid to 99.
Alex,
I mean,
you see the name of the
bargain.
tank? The Hakutaku sub tank?
Oh, hang on. We've got the G-class and
Oh, there's two. Yeah,
the
yeah.
T-class.
Hakutaku sub tank.
That was a network error. Please try again.
On
No,
what?
just Twitch is being a shit at the moment. You're going to have to keep refreshing every now and then. The stream's
Oh.
fine. Twitch is massively overloaded at the moment.
Is it because there's too many people on it?
Pretty much.
So the G-class can get in the bin.
G class.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
I
amount
quite
we
like that.
the
Looks
amount we
nice.
had back
Really?
was unreal. I love the way it sat in the middle. And
Didn't the
it's-
joystick used to break on them?
Yeah, the 510 in the middle. I love that in a mod.
Yeah, yeah. I love a central 510. It sat lovely.
Yeah.
Just the mod was dog shit.
But at least it was
Sure.
then nice to look at, whereas the T class, it's both hideous and
the-
shit.
T-class is just
Hideous and shit.
the T-class. What is that?
What is?
It looks like one of them old Motorola's.
Does
Does a bit, doesn't it? Yeah.
and
Do
what
you
is?
remember the phones from the Matrix where they used to press the sides and the bottom would click out?
Yeah, it's 110.
Weren't they quite
Was a
expensive as
Nokia,
well?
yeah.
Oh, and look, it doesn't even have USB-C.
No.
209 quid it was originally.
And what the
It's
fuck?
more than half price.
What is a Hakutaku?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Taku.
One of them.
It's a knockoff Haku.
Fast.
they're trying to rip off the name of Haku.
Yeah.
Oh, is that 25?
Is that the 1.5?
No, it's the 25
It's 25.
So noisy cricket.
on the Noisy Cricket.
Oh my god, that thing will. What's the word, Chandler? Feisty.
What's what?
Will be feisty.
Feisty, what you are. Take the cap. Alex, just take the cap off. Let me have a look
Cap
at the.
off. Hang on.
Sorry, I'm looking at the stream. Why am I not looking at the... There we
It's
go.
got an old build in it, so apologies.
Well, I like the mod.
What, you never had a noisy cricket, Chandler?
Style deck.
Chandler, look at noisy cricket.
Where
Crazy.
is my noisy? My noisy cricket's in the other room, and I've got an emergency in the bottom of my drawer.
They are crazy mods.
I've got my emergency spare noisy cricket.
They are mental.
I had a Ultim airflow ring,
Ah.
which I've scorched.
Brilliant.
Well, that's a good job.
That'd be the cricket.
Are you running the cricket in
Oh.
series or parallel?
Oh yeah, series. How else do you run a cricket?
Is it the V1 or the V2?
Always.
V2. I'm not nuts.
Apparently, they all got called back because the flick doors were firing off the bottom or getting stuck.
Of what?
What mod's that on, Gilfly?
The
Is that
V1. The V1. I think.
It's
Oh no,
cute.
the SX. The SX thing.
Yeah, G class.
G-Class was shit. Right, on to Chandler.
It's-
I'm not sure why you've got the Cooper, aka
Hang on, no. That's
Okay.
that's the last one. That's
Okay.
definitely the last one.
Squid.
Yeah, go for it. This one, come on. I know Kaz has got one of these.
Have I?
Yeah.
It's a good mod, mate.
Oh, mate, solid.
Double
In it.
barrel.
V3.
V3. Have you seen the price on it?
Was it like 30 quid now?
No.
I'm-
69.
I'm sure.
No,
Cass
you
would
get
have
them
played-
cheaper than that.
I'm sure
Sure.
Cass played less than that.
Yeah.
Sure, I think I paid 70 quid for mine 2 years ago.
Okay.
Or the
Yeah,
V3.
I've seen them for 40.
They're heavy.
Have
aren't
you? Oh, this is
I've
why
got the
Lloyd
camo
does
green
this
one.
and I don't. Do you know what I mean?
You know you're holding it when it's got batteries in. It's
Yeah.
normal mod weight without the batteries in, but then it's made of steel. Like,
Yeah.
It's a good weapon as well.
it's good. It's got one setting. Vape. Like,
Push the button and go.
yeah.
My board fucked up on mine though.
John,
That's 'cause you
Jono,
overdripped, didn't you?
Jono likes series. Do you want a pedo mod? I shouldn't say that really live, should I?
No, don't advertise it.
You got to the after show.
Oh dear.
Come on, clip that.
No.
Go on, do you want to do the last one then?
We've
'Cause
got
this is my-
we've got a tube.
Oh, have we? Have we? Oh, okay.
Looks a bit overpowered to me.
It might be. Oh yeah, it might be. I thought this is for the mech tube fans.
Are you?
Overpowered are interesting.
Oh, if anyone, I don't know what price you're going to come up with, but if anyone wants to do a group buy on these, they're dirt cheap.
You can buy
Oh,
them
are
for
they?
180
Okay, is that why it's on?
company, I
Is that
think.
why it's on sale then? Yeah, I basically had to look through a couple of websites and went to sale and saw what caught my eye.
Seems like this week
Um,
is sponsored by Vaping 101.
There's a few others in there as well.
They were
How much was that one?
They were 200 odd quid when they come out.
They were. I know. That's why.
Good mods,
What's
though.
that now then?
Canadian design, made in China.
40% off.
40. No, if someone wants to do a
Yeah,
group buy, hit
40%
me
off.
up.
So it's now 150 quid. So bargain.
Are you being serious or?
Yeah, honestly, I'm not going to tell you the price unless there's enough people to the group buy, but it's a lot cheaper than that.
So if you like brass, it's shiny and it's stacked, so it's
Significantly cheaper.
50 quid.
Scary. Yeah.
Excuse me, Corona.
Oh, go on.
And bargain of the week. Are you ready for this one?
Bargain of the week from Smart.
Bargain of the week. Ah, it's not Smog.
It
For
is.
God's sake.
Who do
Cooper
you think
is
owns
Smart.
Cooper?
Is that Smog?
It's Smart.
That is smart.
Is it?
Yeah.
Our company have got one of those left in our in our North Walsham shop, and we're selling it for 15 quid.
15 quid.
15! I'll have it.
I would need 15 quid even to take it.
Yeah. To
I mean,
be
that-
fair,
It was when I bought it. It was a toss up between one of those or the X Cube Mini that I eventually bought.
the big they used to do a red, a white, and a black version that was dual 18 650 200 watts. And as a everyday daily driver, no bullshit mod, they weren't the worst that you could
No.
buy.
Yeah.
No, true.
But
Hang
they
on.
also weren't the best.
Just 1 second. I'm pretty sure I've got a shitload of silicon cases to go around those. Do you remember those? How many of those did we have left?
I've still got loads of cases in one of my shops.
No, I mean
Silicon
the actual
cases.
mods.
Oh,
We had loads when we shut down.
Oh. Yeah. I just thought, it's the blast from the past when I saw that. I thought, and it's 28 quid. I mean, look,
Jono, that was the Cooper 300 watt,
Yeah.
the cheese grater.
it has got a cheese grater on the back. It's got loads of vent holes
Yeah.
on the other side.
Oh, okay, I take it back.
It looks like a cheese grater. Yeah, no, he's right. Loads of equal dots. That's the one. So there you go. So I fully expect to log on to that website tomorrow and to find they've sold out of the coupons. Because I'm sure everyone's just going to pile in to buy it. Yeah, maybe not so much.
Nah.
No,
Nah,
okay.
probably not.
Yeah, I thought, alternative to the high end.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, all right. Okay, and that's what I've seen on Tinterweb this week.
There we go. And we're about spot on time as well.
We really are.
Bang on.
Bang on time. Well, thank you very much for joining us. Thank you, Martin, for your first show. I'm sure we'll see much more of you. We're still putting together his segment. Yeah. Thank you, Lloyd. How's your spicy mouth? Is it all right?
Yeah, not bad, mate. Yeah, it's right. That was not bad at all.
Well-
Not as bad before it was.
We got after
Would have
show.
died.
After show, yeah, why not? I will, as soon as we run the credits, I will pop the Zoom link into the chat. Feel free to come in and join us. Come and have a chat.
Cheers, Ali. Thanks, Andrew.
It was an absolute pleasure. Those of you that can join us on Friday, please feel free. If not, we will.
If there's no if not, join on Friday.
Join on Friday. Yes, because it's Martin's on Friday.
Is
We're looking forward to this one. Should be another one. So, thank you very much for joining us. We will see you next Tuesday. Adios, motherfuckers.
Take care. Bye.
Laters. Laters.
VTUK.